Alright, so this is day 51. Like having a really big realization here around my hips. I'm having serious hip problems. I think it's just a general reflection of just being honest with myself about the state of my body. Like I, I, I kind of noticed this on Monday benching just with how bad my right elbow was. Like my right elbow, my right. Just realizing it was probably from squatting improperly, doing just stupid shit. My right ankle's really bad too, so I'm just getting to the point where it's like I'm just officially calling it full physical therapy mode. Like, so Wednesday, I'm as proud of myself as I am for being able to move 300 pounds with my legs again. It's like I'm doubling down on the physical therapy thing here. I'm I don't even know if I'm gonna like hit Dapper I'm gonna hit Dapper, but it's not gonna be like a real dash. And I'm probably just gonna do just RDLs with that. Maybe I'll do some light squats, but I'm actually gonna take like a whole ooh, whoa. I'm actually gonna take like a whole hour before I even like work out. I'm just so over that. Like I'm at war with this problem. Like, it's so tiring and exhausting for your legs to feel like sore and stiff and achy all day long. And I'm just not about it. So, I'm basically at the point where I'm on this cut anyway. Power's already taking a crazy hit. Like, I'm just gonna double down on the physical therapy side of my leg day and just really commit to like feeling good about being able to move around a lot. Because, I mean, it's nice to be able to move heavy shit, but like at the end of the day, it's way nicer to be able to like get through my day. So, and like go grocery shopping and go for hikes and like have fun, So as much as like the power building is important, that's not priority for my life. So I'm gonna definitely pump the brakes on squats, RDLs, even like quad extensions. Because I'm really concerned. Like I was generally concerned because it's like, I mean, I got an X-ray and everything's all right. Some days are better than others, but other days are bad. And it's like, all right, I mean, this and then I'm having my stomach issue, so, which is what started the cut in the first. So with that going on, it's like I'm basically like, all right, the universe is telling me pretty loud and clear here, like double down here on what you're doing, right? You know, stick to the cleanse, stick to the cut. I have to eat like all probiotic, yogurts, pineapple, exotic fruits, like cultured foods. And I just need to like keep doing the cardio, keep my calories at like, you know, I'm saying like 14, 1500, but honestly, by the end of the night, it's probably like 1800, which I'm trying to cut out. But, that's just part of having stuff in the house. It's a whole other issue. But yeah, remove temptations from your life as best you can. If you can. Obviously, if you can't, you're stuck doing, you're stuck with what you got. So you got to do it. But yeah, I mean, basically, day 51, lift 51, I guess it's lift 51. Lift 51 is going to be the day that I'm like, all right, my legs I need to lock in on joint health, mobility, agility, change direction. Honestly, you might start seeing some cardio days on Wednesday here, like like outdoor because like honestly, I don't know if I'm even. We'll we'll see how much weight training I'm even gonna do today and how I feel about it. I mean, obviously it's nice to like show up to the environment, but at the same time, like it's kind of like in the idea on the note of the moving sensation is that being in seeing the big heavy circle, I'm like, let's go. So part of my issue might need to be like skip leg day, but not skip leg day. Like change leg day. Because right now, me and squats aren't best friends. And I'd love to change that. Because me and squats used to be hard and crap. So anyways, that's enough. That's pretty much all I've got to say about leg day. But yeah, just from here on out, it's not going to be, I'm not going to stick to just the approach. It's way more than it's helping. It's just causing serious, it's just causing serious ligament stress and strain. And I'm just feeling it throughout my day. I just feel locked up. It clicks to eight. It's obvious to me that it's like they're not gonna go away. Like I really gotta like double down on these, yeah, that's it about that. Yeah, so just one more thing I wanted to say on that note is yeah, so just the other thing I wanted to say on that note is it's like I mean honestly, I think I just need to like confess my mindset because I think if anything it's more of like a confession moment here. Because it's like sometimes we get so wrapped up in, oh, well, this is how I've always done it, or oh, I don't want to stop my direction, or this or that. And we're just like continually just like damaging ourselves, like despite knowing that. And we just keep doing it. And we like something feels off, and then we feel the consequences of it. And then eventually the consequences are unavoidable and like unignorable. But, like that's kind of what's going on here with my legs. It's like, oh, I love hitting legs. I love hitting legs. I love training legs. I love squatting. And I just kept doing it and just destroying my leg. Oh, well, they're getting stronger and they're getting bigger. And it's like, well, and eventually, it's like, I could feel it's like something about what I'm doing is not right. Just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And then, at a certain point, I even knew, I'm like, all right, it's the way I'm training. And I'm like, still like doing it. Because it's like at that point it's just the way I've always done it. So at that point it's like smoking cigarettes. It's like breaking the addiction of just doing like I don't need to do it this way anymore. I don't need to repeat habits that don't benefit. I can like every day is a new day and I can change this today and do something different. It's gonna like actually move me towards my goal. And sometimes the irony of it, it's like, oh, I want a better squat. Stop lifting weights. It's like, just like the logic there doesn't make sense, right? But when you think about it, if I could just get my legs back to their natural default, someone who's never touched a weight in their life might be that. If I could just get my legs back to that level of health with the amount of muscle I had, I mean, it would be crazy. But that's the problem is that my leg health is so subpar that it doesn't matter that I have triple, quadruple the amount of muscle on them that a normal person has. So they're just weak. They just like they only last for so many hours. Now some days only even so many minutes. So it's like, for me, I'm really like declaring war on this because this problem is it's at the point of it's ridiculous and it's self-inflicted and it's like it's not self-inflicted in the sense of like, oh, I'm doing it to myself on purpose, but it's like in the pursuit of another goal I'm neglecting my self-care, and it stops today basically, you know. Yeah, and so last thing was I just wanted to say that's one of the downsides of being heavily programmed is that you want to stick to it. Like you know, watch it. You stick to it. You need to. You have to, and you do when you're heavily programmed. So therefore, it can be really hard to figure out exactly what or where you're doing something that's hurting you because you're kind of just like lost in the sauce. Like when you're, when you've been power building, like really, I've been power building on and off for 5, 6 years, but consistently now I'm about coming up on like the second year of like looking at my training through a competitive lens, and it's like all of it's kind of started to blur together. So at a certain point, it's like I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing or where any of it became what it is. It's all just kind of evolved and changed into what it is. It's part of the reason I started the video series is to be able to just like document in diary, like what am I even doing? How is it changing? Catch myself and be honest with myself, you know? And I think one of the big things that it took me so long is like my leg day is uh, it was just kind of like something that was designed in a high school football weight room, you know? And it's like it's it's taken a lot of fucking critique from inside sources, outside sources, social media, doctors, to just figure out that like even just to do something as simple as a squat, it took me thousands of hours and all sorts of problems and issues and injuries. And I think that's why so many people are even hesitant to get into fitness in the first place, is because it's like you can hurt yourself, you can kill yourself, like doing anything in life, you know? And it's like if you're not careful, and especially if you're heavily programmed, like especially if you're following someone else's program, it's you don't know where or when to stop because you're trying to hit goals and numbers and stuff. And the other side of that is like you are supposed to like fucking say fuck you to your body and your mind and keep going. Like, but at a certain point you need to acknowledge what's weakness and what is like suicide, what's self-destruction, what's just masochism. You know, it's like there's discipline and there's masochism, and I think it's the finest line on the planet. But finding that place is, I think, the struggle of any athlete. And yeah, that's my closing thought for that. All right, so like this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is a perfect example, and I'm very proud of myself for making this change at instant. This is the type of stuff that knowing that I have patella and tendon issues and stuff that I need to be doing, and I don't think, I don't think it was I have ever really incorporated into my work. It's kind of a mistake. You see like athletes doing it, especially like football players, which I mean, when you look at what power building is, the closest thing is probably the closest athlete is going to be like football players, and then obviously, straight up power lifters, bodybuilders. But I think that the same issues are run into by basketball players, football players, and then lifters, is all these tendon issues and shit. And, I think sometimes we get so caught up in the I want to move heavy circles that we forget to like take care of our body as if we're athletes, especially when you are more on the athletic side. If you do a lot of running or a lot of, I used to love doing power cleans and hang cleans and stuff. And that's probably a large part of the reason that my legs got to the state that they're in, is from doing power cleans and hang cleans and all that shit. So, anyways, here's the workout that, okay. And it's like really, like I've got my right arm hooked in so I can create counterbalance too. And I'm just touching my left toe to the ground. And I'm really just driving in that knee. It just really feels like some like athlete shit. It's shit that I haven't been doing. It's shit that I know I need to be doing. It's like completely knee strength is what I'm trying to get at. Like it feels like something that like a running back would do after an ACL tear. That's what I'm trying to say. It just feels like one of those types, like just complete rehab. It's just knee flexion, gravity, body weight. This is the type of stuff I need to be doing more. Yeah, it sucks though. Trying to do it right in the sweet spot. And like eventually, I would like to put the barbell on my back and do this. Something to work towards. Yeah. I guess what inspired this workout was I've just heard it's really good for knee injuries and stuff to do like depth squats. Anything where you're like up on a box. So I'm definitely probably gonna work more stuff like that. Because it's just I think it just targets the knee more directly, which is more strength around my weakness. So, as I kind of talked about with shoulders the other day, when you have a muscle imbalance, you need to like equalize them. So, I guess, you know, I got kind of the same concept going on here. My right knee, I'm really feeling some shit that I don't like. And so I could only do 6 reps there. So I'm only going to do 6 on my left knee. That way, hypothetically, it's not going to like gain faster than my right. Yeah, so even though I have like 5 more and then cut myself there, and that's gonna allow the right to catch up with the left. So I was gonna do a light set of squats, and I did like one, and I felt something in my right knee. Like, nope. But yeah, basically what that boils down to is, you know, I'm gonna keep doing those like gravity squats, pistol squats, stuff like that, like unweighted. And I'm not gonna touch a barbell in terms of squats. So I'm just gonna use my body weight. Just really trying to build up that knee. I mean, the reason that I felt that thing that made me go nope was because I did a bunch of the gravity squats. So, I mean, that's a good sign. I mean, it's a bad thing. It made me go whoa, but at the same time, it's a good thing because it means obviously it's hitting weak. Because like my knee to kind of just go whoa, buckle like that. I mean, it's obviously where the weakness is, because we can even further. Uh, I'm gonna hit some RDLs though because my hamstrings are not, you know, just trying to get them stretched though. I mean, like I really this is, and I'm gonna try and carry what I'm learning here about my legs into like my upper body too, because I've noticed some problems with my like shoulders clicking and stuff, and nothing major, and I've kind of caught them and corrected them. Um, but it does just kind of make me think about a couple things. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but stuff that I've just been doing because it's like it just looks better, or I can just do more reps or more weight, or like it's kind of really like putting that out the window because I don't. So just gonna hit some RDOs here. And gonna try and make them look clean. I was gonna do 10, but 8. But and see, that's just kind of what I'm talking about right there. Like stopping myself at an appropriate one. Being like, yeah, that's it. Being like, that was perfect right there. I don't need to do it. Because I'd rather recover and hit a whole another better set rather than do these like jump reps, you know? And I think that's maybe the trap that I've fallen into of like pushing myself to the point of jump reps. And I used to kind of go like, I don't think anything's a jump rep. And I still think that there's value in partial reps. I'm not saying like partial reps are bad. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying that like at a certain point you're either doing nothing for yourself or hurting yourself. And those are really junk reps. So that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm just trying to eliminate those from my program because just don't I mean there's no room for junk. Like there's no room for junk. But I barely have enough room for everything else. So yeah. So yeah, I guess the best way to say it is no Tom Platz leg days for a while. Uh, but this is gonna be fun in its own way. I definitely feel better. Because normally when I do like my power building like that, I could feel kind of like majorly dead afterwards, especially with the deficit that I've been in. So it's nice. I feel like kind of more like a normal person that just came into the gym. Like, oh, I went on the treadmill and I did some light squats, like that. So that's kind of where I'm gonna be at with my legs for a while. And it is what it is. But it's nice to know that in the long term, this is gonna lead to more growth and be better for me. And, just this reality check that I've given myself is a necessary one. And yeah, so I just did some RDLs, and then I'm gonna do some biking. I want to hit the bike. Uh, Probably just about 30 minutes or something. Just 'cause honestly, I just need to kill time. And yeah, yeah. So like probably I don't know. We'll see how long I even last. I'm pretty tired right now. But that, and then I'm gonna hit some calves, and then I hop in the sauna and just like dip out of here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. So I guess we'll call it.